Ever heard of the game called Unrecord that shook the gaming scene for a couple months straight? No worries if not. I'm RussianJesuz and I've got great news. A way for you to experience something very similar.
Shots fired! Shots fired! Where the fuck is Oscar?
Earlier this year, we got a sneak peek at Unrecord, a very gripping, story-driven, ultra-realistic single-player first-person shooter. And this gameplay trailer broke the internet, actually, so much so that people thought it was real-life footage from a movie or even CGI or Blender assets. Speculation was insane, so much that they actually released footage of them messing around in the in-game engine, proving that it was a real game in development. Can you imagine making games so good-looking that everyone thinks it's fake? Not even the developers of Crysis back in the glory days were able to put out a statement saying, yes, this is a real game, this is not a movie. Beyond the jaw-dropping IRL graphics, yeah, that's what I'm going to be calling it from now on, you can expect a complex dialogue, tough choices, morale dilemmas, and a unique shooting system. My excitement level is just like through the roof right now. We can't expect a LA Noire style detective story, but with a sort of like first-person body camera perspective with obviously the graphics and the gameplay that you see here. I don't think we've ever gotten a decent cop game since like LA Noire, which even then still takes place in like the 1940s, so that doesn't really count. I'm more referring to like a cop game that takes place like in the last 30 years or something. No, there actually isn't anything. You could say Ready or Not, but that's something more like a SWAT game, like a predecessor, like a sequel to like SWAT 4, but not really that kind of style, what I'm referring to. Sadly, no multiplayer is on the horizon. They're prioritizing a compelling story over multiplayer. The multiplayer challenges like balancing and everything that comes with it. Fair call, crafting a single player experience is a bit easier, but it's still not a small feat. Although I think I would much rather prefer a multiplayer or even like a co-op cop game than just a story-driven single player shit. Even, why not both? Create a single player game and then also a multiplayer as like a secondary thing. So yeah, Unrecord is set to be a PC exclusive, landing exclusively on Steam for now at least, so it's so early in development that even the system specs are a mystery. Like, I don't even know if my little 1080 Ti can handle it, but we'll see. This game is being made in Unreal Engine 5 with all of its fancy technology, which really kinda tickles me in the right places. We're getting the very best with this game. Despite the initial immersive promises of Unrecord, it's not aiming for total realism. The devs described it as a blend of Firewatch and Ready or Not. Realism is integral, but not an obsession here. It won't be a simulation game. It does sound a bit confusing, claiming realism is essential but not an obsession. Maybe it's related to the unique perspective, using a body camera instead of like the character's eyes. We might figure out this mystery down the line maybe, so stay tuned for updates. Maybe I'll even pin something in the comments down below. No price tag yet since the game is still in deep development. The initial release date and price will be announced when a clearer picture emerges from what they're saying. Patience is the name of the game at this point. And that wraps up all the info we have on the game. I do have to say I'm super excited. A modern day cop game is long overdue, especially one that takes an FPS in more of a unique approach, and I can't wait to give it a try. You're still hoping for an early access test soon maybe, wink wink. Drama Studio devs, please help me, I want some content. Now there's another game with a similar layout but completely different vibe called Bodycam.
Guys, we're being spotted.
Bodycam is described as an ultra-realistic multiplayer first-person shooter game made using the latest tech in Unreal Engine 5. They state to get ready to dive into the fast-paced bodycam action. Every bullet counts, and every choice can decide over the victory or loss of your team. So cringe. Now this video gets me super excited actually, in all the right places. They straight up post a multiplayer match with their friends just messing around and having a good time. That's literally the first video you see when you go to their Steam page, and I absolutely love it. Don't need anything fancy, nothing scripted, just pure gameplay. Now, Bodycam is in a bit of an earlier stage in development, and so we have a bit less information on it. Currently, they don't have an official price, but we know for a fact that it won't be a free-to-play shooter. No official release date, and they are actually currently waiting on paperwork to clear with their investors and partners. They state that there's no currently planned betas, and the game is actually being made in Unreal Engine 5 and will be a PC exclusive with controller support as an addition. Currently they're in the paperwork stages, but once that clears, it's full steam ahead with development of the game, so expect some updates coming here very soon. In summary, both games share some similarities, but also boast significant differences. Unrecord promises a very story-driven LA noir style kind of experience, while Bodycam is more geared towards multiplayer, and I can't wait for either of those games to drop. Like, my wallet is ready. Now, I promised a way to play these games, or something very similar to it, and actually it might be free to some of you. Welcome to Gmod. I know it might look a bit rough, but I tried this with a couple maps and had a blast. I spent the whole day just messing around with mods and reshaders and just having fun with the game. If you've been living under a rock and don't know what Gmod is, it's an older game built with the Half-Life engine. Essentially, you can do whatever you want. There's no real objective, and it's up to you to create your own narrative and the objective. In this case, my goal was to make the game look as close as possible to Bodycam or Unrecord. It's a bit rough. I lack the coding skills, and I'm not too keen with like how all that stuff works, so there's pretty much a lot of missing features here and there that could spice it up if you've got the skills. Nonetheless, I'm still happy about it, and I still had fun. Anyways, if you're into this sort of thing, let me know in the comments below. And if you made it this far, I've got some big news coming up by not just one game, but two, Gray Zone Warfare and a game called Beautiful Light. So subscribe and I'll get you more content about those two here soon. Alright, have a good one, and if you can, drop me a comment down below. It really helps out with the algorithm. Just don't tell YouTube.